So, chapter 2 is entitled Grief When No One Died. As we discussed in chapter 1, grief shows up in a myriad of ways. And one of the ways that it shows up is in our career. In chapter 2, I start off talking about the 6-year study from leanin.org and McKinsey & Company called Women in the Workplace. 2020 was the 6th year and probably the most pivotal year because they sounded the alarm on a crisis in corporate America related to women, and specifically the intersections of women that are mothers, senior level leaders, and Black women. The staggering statistic from this study is that the impact of loss in 2020, or grief, right, is that working women reported that 1 in 4 are considering downshifting their careers or leaving the workplace altogether. And what that says in my mind is that there has never been a better time for us to start having this conversation around the impact of grief in the workplace. Yes, grief associated with the loss of of a loved one, but also other aspects of grief that I talk about in chapter 2, like grief that's connected to our identity. Grief that is connected to things like microaggressions is another form of career grief. Having to deal with toxic teammates is another form of career grief. And of course, job loss associated with downsizing or even being furloughed can show up as grief. And so what I want to share with you from chapter 2 is a brief passage here that says this grief, right? That all of the kinds of grief, career grief that we experience, and I go through 4 kinds in chapter 2. This grief can cause us to doubt our capabilities, our capacity, and our confidence in the positions that we have and the ones that we are striving for next. That imposter syndrome that we like to talk about is often connected to some form of career grief that we've experienced. And in chapter 2, as we are redefining resilience together so that we can thrive through with authenticity, courage, purpose, and joy, is going to help us do just that. So I'm so excited for you to pick up your copy of Thrive Through It. Remember, you can head on over to BrittanyNcole.com to pick up your copy, click the shop tab, and then once you purchase your order, don't forget your free gift. I have a Thrive Together toolkit that includes a mini course and some additional resources to continue to prioritize wellness in your resilience.